Hi, my name's Phoebe and I'm here to give you some inspiration from abroad. A lot of people ask me, how do you do it? How do you travel around the world using only carry-on luggage? So today I have decided to share that with you, and the best way to do it is in a video. So here's my bag. It's an Osprey Kite. It's 36 litres. Now you will need to check with your airline for what size bags are allowed, but this one works for me. So as long as you have a pack under 40 litres, you're usually safe, but make sure you check. So I'm packing for 2 trips at once. The first one is New Zealand, which is winter right now. So as you can see, I've got lots of winter things prepared to go in my bag. Now, my other trip is to Tokyo, so it's summer there, and I've got to pack some summer things for there as well. So I'm going to show you how I get them all in here. Now I start off with the biggest, bulkiest thing, which is, in this case, my ski jacket. So you fold it up, get it nice and compact, so it can shove into the bottom of my bag. It's good to put the bulky things that will compress easily at the bottom of your bag, as you can worry about shoving in the little things later. So we've got my trousers going in next. We'll shove them in there as well. There we go. So for a winter trip, you want to travel with base layers. I've got my ski stuff ready to go. So the next most important thing is base layers. I've got 2 tops and 2 bottoms to get me through this entire trip. It's about 3 weeks total. So that's all I need. Now, how is that all I need? These. Sea to Summit Laundry Pocket Wash. Now, they're just little tiny strips, as you can see, little pieces of soap, and they're fantastic. Just use 1 or 2 in the sink or in the bathtub to wash your clothes, and it keeps them fresh, keeps you smelling nice, keeps your capacity, keeps all your luggage down. So, put the tops in next. And I like to fold. Some people like to roll, but I feel like when you roll, it's easy to lose extra space because you create gaps. Whereas if you're folding and you fold well and flat, you can fill all the little spaces. These are my trousers. Now, it's also important to note that although cotton is nice, and most of your clothes probably are cotton, you really don't want to travel with cotton clothing because when it makes you sweat, it's very hot, and when you sweat in it, it just gets wet and it doesn't dry off on its own very quickly. So I travel with synthetics or like wool, things like that, because they will dry quickly, basically, so it's easier to wash them and all sorts. Anyway, continuing on, I also travel with 2 exercise tops basically to go under my base layers because they dry quickly as well, and it's good to have just that 1 extra layer underneath. And I'll put those in on the next level. A couple sports bras. Oops. On top as well, and you can kind of shove them down the side. If you're starting to notice there's some extra space, just shove it down the side for these small items, and it gives you a bit more room. So next, now I'm a girl, so I like to have options, and so I've got 1 dress that I bring with me. So if there is a moment when I want to go out, wear something nice, I can. But instead of bringing lots of options, I bring 1 that I know I'll want to wear, but, you know, I don't have any other options. And that's fine, because you don't need them really. It's all about space. So I've got a couple t-shirts. Even though they're cotton, I know it's terribly naughty, but since I'll be in the summer, and I've got all this winter stuff, it's nice to have a couple t-shirts as well. Just put these in. And a long sleeve top. Keep me warm. Now then, doing pretty well. Got all these socks. So these are my hiking socks. We're doing a lot of hiking. So I've got good REI socks, they're merino wool. So they are also not cotton. You do not want to wear cotton socks. Shove those down the side. The socks are great because you can shove them pretty much anywhere you need to. Any of the gaps that you've left, you can fill with socks. And I've got these snowboarding socks as well, which are smart wool. And as I said, wool's great because it keeps you warm and collects all the sweat and gets rid of it for you. Don't stay all disgusting and wet. So shove those all around the sides. Now I've still got lots of space up here. Might not look like much, but it is a lot. So, got a pair of trousers. So now I've got 2 pairs of trousers, about 4 tops, and got all my knickers and personal things in this top layer so I can access them easily. But as I'll be in Tokyo and it's supposed to rain, I've got 1 pair of waterproof trousers, which will also come in handy as an extra for the ski slopes if I need it. So I'll put that on top. They're nice and small. Shove them in there as well. I've got 1 swimming costume, just in case. Always like to have 1 swimming costume. As a swimmer, it's always nice to have 1. So, doing pretty well. I've got scarf and hat, which I'll probably tie to the outside of my bag, but I'll shove the hat in. A bit of extra room. And, last but not least, my final pair of summer trousers for Tokyo. So, here we go. Nicely cinched up. And put this, tuck it in the top. And I can clip it down. And these kind of packs are great because you can cinch these straps down and make a bit more room, really. So, another wonderful thing about this pack is I have this bottom compartment, which doesn't look like it's got lots of space, but just wait and see. I've still got this jacket to pack. It is fabulous because it folds nice and small and barely takes any space. Look at this. And I did roll that, if you didn't notice. So, I'm not completely against it. So, shove that in the bottom. Got my ski gloves, which are also in the bottom. These are nice to have in the bottom because then they're easy to get and kind of protect the rest of your stuff. Okay. As a girl, I travel with lots of hair ties and bobby pins. So I always put them all on my hair ties and then they're all together. And they go in this very top compartment. Fantastic little compartment, this one. Along with my toiletries, which you want to be able to access quickly. And now for my toiletries, you know, when you travel with carry-on, you can only have under 3 fluid ounces. So for some people that are very particular about their shampoos and things like that, it can be challenging. But you can get little bottles that you can fill with your shampoo. I bring my toothpaste, my deodorant, and this stuff for my hair. And otherwise I buy things when I'm there. Honestly, it's kind of pointless to use space or to check a bag if it's only to bring your liquids. So I put this at the top as well because you want to be able to access that nice and quickly for security. And just when you're in the air with a 13-hour flight or something like that, it's nice to brush your teeth and freshen up. So I have a headlamp as well because we're doing a lot at night. And that's all in the top. So, you're probably thinking, well, you haven't packed any shoes and you know, you're kind of lacking on some summer clothes. So, these are my hiking boots. You're thinking, where on earth are you going to put those? I tie them to the outside of my bag. It's fantastic because that way they don't take any space inside. You can slip things in them to give you a little extra room on the outside, little extra pockets. And it works fine. It's really not a bother. So I just tie them on. And this backpack's great because it's got all these extra little places you can tie things, even if my fingers are stuck at the moment. There we go. Tie these on. Don't forget to double knot because you don't want to lose your shoes in the airport or, well, anywhere for that matter. There we go. Nice and tight. We've got to zip up the bottom. Another good thing is when you're traveling, you can wear a lot of things. So I want to bring these boots. Now they're fantastic because they're waterproof. They're sort of stylish as well. I quite like them, and they'll keep me warm. But how on earth am I going to pack these or tie them to the back of my bag? Let's be realistic. So I'm going to wear them on the plane. Fantastic. Keep my feet comfortable. Will be a bit hot. I am in Houston, but you know it's fine. It's a price you have to pay. Now I'll also wear my scarf, which will probably actually end up getting tied onto my bag as well. Look at that. Fantastic. Just don't lose it. Got a pair of socks for the plane. This extra jacket I will be wearing on the plane as well because, let's be honest, it gets a bit chilly on the plane. And then I've got extra jeans and 2 tops I'm wearing on the plane. So this is quite a good deal extra that doesn't have to go in the bag that I wanted to bring with me. When you're traveling, you want to think about what you'll wear again. Yes, you might think this is comfortable traveling, which you want to be comfortable, don't get me wrong, but don't wear something you're only going to travel in. Wear something you can wear multiple times. You've got your washing strips, so just wash your clothes and keep going. So here we go. Bag packed, ready to go. And as you can see, perfect. Got my little pockets up front, put my phone in, and good to go. So, hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. So, hope you have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye.